Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Every great story on the planet happened when someone decided not to give up, but keep going no matter what. Keep on going and the chances are that stumble on something, perhaps when you are least expecting it. I never heard of anyone ever stumbling on something sitting down. The best way out is always through. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be not help at all. What I have learned from running is that the time to push hard is when you're hurting like crazy and you want to give up. Success is just around the corner. Defeat is not the worst of failures. Not to have tired is the true failure. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day whispering, "I will try again tomorrow." People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out, but when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is light from within. Obstacles doesn't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. Remember that not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stroke of luck. Sometimes life is going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. Don't stop when you are tired. Stop when you are done. The longer you hang on there, the greater the chances that something will happen in your favor. No matter how hard it seems, the longer you persist, the more likely your success. Success seems to be largely a matter of hanging on after others have let go. No matter how hard is the past, you can always begin again. Never give up, for that is just the place and time that the tide will turn. If you're going through hell, keep going. Many of life failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Courage is not having the strength to go on, it is going on when you don't have the strength. Sometimes adversity is what you need to face in order to become successful. Never confuse a single defeat with a final defeat. In the end, everything will be okay. If it is not okay, it's not yet the end. Hold on tight and fight as hard you can. Sometimes you will think you can't take it another day, but you hanging up there one step at a time, you will be able to accomplish more than you ever imagine. As you look back on my life, I realize that every time I thought I was being rejected from something good, I was actually being redirected to something better. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against, not with it. If we had no winter, the spring would not be so pleasant. If we did not sometimes taste of adversity, prosperity would not be so welcome. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. There is no failure except in no longer trying. The only courage that matters is the kind that gets you from one month to the next. Failure is often that early morning hour of darkness, which precedes the dawning of the day of success. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Through perseverance, many people win success out of what seemed destined to be certain failure. If you're walking down the right path, and you are willing to keep walking, eventually you will make progress. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than the one with all the facts. Don't give up before the miracle happens. If you fell down yesterday, stand up today. Starts a new page in your story. I love the big fresh starts, the clean slates like birthdays and New Year's, but I also really like the idea that we can get up every morning and start over.